In an excerpt from the show catalog, Keeler states the following regarding this exhibit. The title of this exhibition, Heliodolic Topography, may require some explanation, as I'm sure it is not a term that most are familiar with or use at all. I certainly had not heard the term until I read something similar in a review of an artist's work where she referred to her paintings as having a certain heliotropic quality. She was also pointing out the viewer's tendency to go toward or look at the lightest area in a given painting. Heliodolic is similar to the term psychedelic and brings to mind the heightened awareness or delight in the visual. So, heliodolic is construed by me as taking delectation in the visual representation of the play of sunlight as it describes forms. Of course, there are other sources of light in my paintings, such as nocturnes with moonlight or man-made electric light. But still, the leitmotif, as it were, in my work is a depiction of light, and often the dramatic light of late afternoon or early morning, known in the movie world as the golden hour.
I'm Gil Williams. I'm the co-owner of Gil's Bookloft, which is an internet bookstore. And off and on, I've dealt in selling of fine artworks and collectibles. It's an honor to be here at the Roberson Center. This is probably the finest one-man show that the museum has put on since their show of Charles Eldredge several years ago. There are 95 pieces here, absolutely gorgeous landscapes, and what it proves is that Brian Keeler is an heir to the American heritage of fine painting. The three here behind me, at least visually to me, remind me of Maxfield Parish, remind me of Daniel Garber, the famous Bucks County artist, and even of the Hudson River School painter Thomas Cole in that beautiful twist of the river, the Pennsylvania landscape. Brian's work is immediately appealing because he is a master of both light and of composition. And of course, in his compositions, light is the focus of so many of his pieces, but classical foreground, middle ground, background, beautiful angles, his compositional skills of just the right amount of one color versus another, the shadows. All of the pieces here show a real American master at his finest. I have known Brian for many, many years, met him first at one of the July Fest events, which used to be held on the lawn of the old courthouse in downtown Binghamton. And of course, I have seen his work in the biennial exhibitions here, down in the Blue Heron Gallery in Wyalusing, and up in galleries in Ithaca. We have both pastels and paintings, and it was a great honor when I turned 50 that Brian accepted my commission to do a portrait of me, and it is among the 30 portraits of me probably my favorite. He also did a very handsome etching done in his studio at Wyalusing after I had bought an etching and a watercolor that day. So all I really want to say is there is a lineage, there is a passing down from generation to generation, and that baton has been handed down to Brian. His works, without exception, are so exquisite and so familiar. His paintings of Northeast Pennsylvania capture that part of America better than any other living artist.